Settle down na. Okay. So good afternoon. Our lecture for this afternoon is Chapter 3. Chapter 3. Our pH and hydronium ion concentration. So we will be discussing the concepts of acid and bases, dissociation, rate law, equilibrium. This is just supposed to be another review back in your first sem, since you already talked about kinetics and chemical equilibrium. So the importance of pH and hydronium ion concentration is that for alkalimetry and acidimetry, it is the primary basis on how we determine the endpoint. And for future drug discovery or drug development, the concept of Ka would be important because our pKa describes the acidity of our acids and it predicts how well your product performs in biological conditions. But first, let's start with acids and bases. We're going to use a specific definition of acids and bases by Bronsted-Lowry. So acids, these are substances that can release a hydrogen ion or a proton. And for our bases, these are substances that can accept a hydrogen ion. Take for example, we have hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid, when dissolved in water, forms hydrogen ion, and so hydronium and hydroxides. Okay, so in this case, hydrochloric acid can give our water, chloride pala to. Our hydrochloric acid can give hydrogen ion to water, meaning hydrochloric acid acted as an acid. And in this case, water acted as a base because it was the one who accepted our hydrogen. Maliwanag po ba? Okay. Okay. Like for example, another one, sodium hydroxide. When exposed to water, it would dissociate into sodium ions and hydroxide ions. Saan nagpuntang hydrogen? Wait, pangit natin example na yan. So a base can also, a base can accept a proton, like sodium hydroxide. Ulit. Instead of water, let's have hydrochloric acid. Okay. So in this would be a neutralization reaction. So hydrochloric acid would be the one who would give to hydroxide. Wait, parang pangit. Sorry. Pangit ang example. Ano ang example ko sa libro? Ammonia. Okay. Ano lang pala. Pangit pumili na example ng teacher. Okay. Let's have water and ammonia. Okay. The chemical reaction here is when you dissolve ammonia in water, it becomes ammonium ion, NH3. So here, in this case, NH3 becomes NH4. And water was the one who gave the hydrogen to our ammonia. Our ammonia, NH3, accepted the extra hydronium ion and it acted as a base. Ngayon, dito, in our case, our acid now behaves as what? Kanina, it acted as a base kasi siya yung tumanggap kanina ng ating hydrogen. So earlier, our water accepted a hydrogen, it acted as a base. In our case, ito naman, it now acted as an acid in which water gave off one hydrogen to ammonia to form ammonium ion, and the byproduct is your hydroxide. Okay. Now, this is a special property of our water in which it can act as both an acid and as a base. It would come into play later when we discuss our pH. Okay? Now let's have an example on the board. This is hydrochloric acid and water. So hydrochloric acid was dissolved in water to form hydronium ion and our chloride. Please take note that hydronium ion is comparable to hydrogen ion. Okay. Hydrogen ion doesn't exist in water. Instead, hydronium ion is the one that is actually present. But for simplicity, we use H to represent the proton instead. Pwede naman po. Pero pag talagang tunay na tunay, wala pong H sa tubig. Hydronium ang present. Okay? So we have 4 definitions here. We have acid, base, conjugate acid, and conjugate base. For the acid and base, pareho lang po ng definition kanina. When we say acid, it is a substance that gives off a proton. When we say base, it is a substance that accepts a proton. Now, what happens afterwards? Now we have our conjugate acid and our conjugate base. So the formal or the standard way of expressing acid and base is HA. Our base usually is B. Our conjugate acid is A. And our conjugate base is BH. Okay? For our acid, kaya siya HA, nasa kanya yung H. Tinitingnan po yung H. Okay? When an acid gives off a hydrogen ion, it loses that hydrogen ion. It now becomes the, conjugate base. The conjugate base is A negative. It is the acid that lost the proton. And our conjugate base is the base that accepted the proton. Okay? Yun palang nawawala. So our acid, HA, donates H. Anong matitira? A. That is your conjugate base. Your base accepted the proton, it becomes your conjugate acid. Hanapin yung H, laging acid yon. Yung dating HA na naging A, that's the conjugate base, and the conjugate acid is BH. Acids and bases are usually found on the left side of the equation, kung nasaan yung dulo ng arrow. And kung nasaan yung arrowhead, nandun yung mga conjugate acid at ang ating conjugate base. Maliwanag po? Okay po? Okay. Now, let's have the rates of reaction. Okay? So the rates of reaction is a measure of how quickly reactants are converted into products in a chemical reaction. The formula of the chemical reaction can be expressed as follows. Change in reactant or change in product equals change in product over time. Change of reactant over time at saka change of product over time. Pareho lang po yan. That's the rate of reaction. Parang gano'ng kadami na-form, gano'ng kadaming nababawas per unit time. Pareho lang naman po yon. Now, ito po, papasok sa ating chemical kinetics. And one way to describe our speed of reaction is through our rate law. Okay? Now, our rate law is as follows. The rate of reaction equals constant times A raised to M and B raised to N. So, drawing ko. Madali. Okay. Take for example, we have a reaction A plus B. Okay. Forward reaction, let's have AB. Now, the rate of reaction equals constant multiplied by the amounts or the concentration in A raised to M and B raised to N. Okay. What is M? What is N? That is the coefficient. Okay. Coefficient. Nawala. K equals change A, M, B, N. Ang ating reaction is A plus B equals AB. Okay? Saan po nanggagaling yung M? Sa coefficient. Dito po. Okay. Depende kung anong number ang katabi ng chemical. So take for example, let's have hydrochloric acid plus water to form this equation. So that is, write the rate law. Anong rate law natin? K. So rate equals K multiplied by anong A? Kahit ano naman yung A at B, basta standard kayo. HCl. Ano ng HCl? 1. Wala. Hindi ko na isusulat kasi raised to 1 eh. Then next, times H2. Anong kanyang power? 1. Wala din. Hindi ko na isusulat. Yan po ang rate law ng simpleng equation na yan. Okay po? Okay po? Okay? Okay? Another example. Isa pa. Write the equation for this reaction. Barium, positive 2. So it's barium ion plus 2 chloride equals 2 moles of barium chloride. Hindi ba? 1 mole of barium chloride. Okay. Write the rate law for the forward reaction. Simula tayo. Rate equals K times barium raised to ano? Hindi. 1. Isa lang yung barium na yan. Although positive 2 ang charge, isa lang yung coefficient niya. 1. Times Cl raised to 2. Okay, yan na. Tandaan, coefficient na kinukuha, hindi charge. Although they are related, kasi nagbabalance out yan, ang kinukuha, coefficient. Okay po? Okay. Naintindihan? Okay. So that is our rate law. Ito yung general formula ng rate law, K times A raised to M, B raised to N. Ang minsan, I think yung sinulat ko sa baba ng book is small letter A, capital letter A, So the small letter a is the coefficient, capital letter A is the chemical. And please take note, kapag po gantong itsura, naka-brackets, it is concentration. Pag naka-brackets, sinasabihin po nun, concentration. Usually in molarity. Concentration is expressed in molarity or moles per liter. Okay. Okay po? Naintindihan? Okay. Next, we have our equilibrium and forward and backwards reaction. Okay? So first, let's have a forwards and backwards reaction. Let's have a chemical, A plus B, forms C plus D. In our case, lahat po ng coefficient natin ay 1. For this example, lahat ng coefficient natin ay 1. Okay? This is a reversible reaction as expressed by two arrowheads. Balikan. Meaning, A and B can go towards the right side, and C and D can also go back to the left side. Okay? Now, there are two reactions here. There is a forward and there is a backward. So in our case, let's say that forward is this direction and backwards is this direction. Okay? Okay. Let's write the forward reaction. Rate forward equals ano? Concentration of A times concentration of B. Parang may kulang. Okay. For this, in this context, let's make it Kf. So it is indicative of the K of the forward reaction. Okay. K is a constant. It's the reaction constant. Usually, it's a computed value. Okay. Let's have the rate backward. So our rate backward is from CD back to AB. So, ano po? K, let's have reverse, or KB. Wag KB. Nakakalito ang KB. KR, reverse, times C, concentration of C, then concentration of D. Okay po? Okay? Goods. Klaro kung paano nakuha yun? Yan ilalabas mamaya ha. Like, mamaya, kaya ako nagsisimula from basic reactions kasi mamaya pagdating sa pH, dyan ko huhugutin lahat. Okay, kita niyo yung sunod kong slides? Blanco lahat yan. Okay, naintindihan? Okay, now, let's have equilibrium. When we say equilibrium, it is a state in which the forwards reaction is equal to the backwards reaction. So equilibrium is when the forwards reaction is equal to the backwards reaction. Now, we already have the rates from the earlier yung earlier nating sinulat. We have rate forward and rate backward. So, kanina, our rate forward, so it's the same as A plus B is 2 C plus D. Our rate forward is K, A, B. Tama po ba? Rate forward. And our rate backward is K, C, D. Now, at equilibrium, forward equals backward. Tama po. Equilibrium eh. Therefore, K, AB equals K, CD. This is backwards. This R, reverse. and this is forward. Okay. Now, if I rearrange the formula, I just rearrange the formula. I group together two constants. And when you have two constants that are interacting with each other, they form another constant. Okay? Kf over Kr, constant yung nasa taas, constant yung nasa baba. Therefore, it's just one constant as well. This will merge into Keq. And this is now your equilibrium constant. And that is how the equilibrium constant is derived for any equation. Maliwanag po. Kasi baka magtanong kayo, saan ang galing yung Keq? Nanggaling po yun sa Kf over Kr. Ito po, nag-algebra po ito. Nag-divide both sides ako ng Kr. Para mawala, kaya magiging Kr over Kf over Kr. Then para mawala ito, divide both sides by AB, CD over AB. Okay po? Kung pwede nyo i-validate, pwede namang maniwala na lang kayo sa akin, bahala na kayo sa buhay ninyo. Okay po? So that is equilibrium. Maliwanag po ba? Okay. Klaro? Okay. Next. Water, its equilibrium and dissociation constant of water. Now, water has a very unique property in which water can dissolve in itself. It's called your autoproteolysis. Autoproteolysis, meaning it lyses itself in itself. Okay? So the reaction class in water is H2O plus H2O forms hydronium and hydroxide. Okay po? Okay? Okay po? I'm going to make, kaya siya hydronium, balance siya ha. Para kayo madalian, gagawin ko ng H ha. Magiging H na to. Mag-o-off yung balance, pero simplified ko na lang as H for now. Okay. Now, what is the forward reaction? Ano? Rate equals K H2O H2O. Forward and backward po. Forward, backward. Rate equals K H3O OH. Write the equilibrium equation. Kf over Kr equals H3O OH over H2O. Okay? Patingin ako ng manual. Silipin ko lang. Yep. Still correct. Now, Kf over Kr forms the Keq. Keq. H3O OH, H2O squared na lang. Para madali. May multiply mo rin naman. Okay. Now. Okay? The concentration of pure water at 25 degrees Celsius is a known experimental value. The concentration of pure water is 55.555 repeating molarity. It is 55.555 molarity. Tandaan niyo yun. Itatanong ko yun. What is the concentration of pure water? 55.55 M. Okay? Okay po? Now, since we know that the concentration of water is 55.55, and we always know that 55.55 will be the concentration of water, doesn't that make it a constant? Yes, kasi hindi naman babago ang concentration na ito. It becomes a constant. At ang ginagawa natin, pag may constants tayo, pinagsasama natin. Ito, ilalagay ko dito, magiging bagong constant. Bubura yan na. It now becomes 55.55 times KEQ equals H3O at saka OH. Ang tawag dito ngayon ay bagong constant. This is now your K water. Now that is your KW pala, KW, hindi, or KW. Yan. Dissociation constant of water. That is the dissociation constant of water. Diyan po hinugot yon. KW equals the concentration of H3O and OH. Okay po? Para namang sinulat ko naman ata lahat sa libro. Like sunod-sunod naman yan. Pinaghirapan ko yan kasi hindi yan basta tinype, kinode yan, naka-latex yan. Para may mga fraction bar. Okay. Sunod. Alam na ang KW, this is the dissociation constant of water. Now, we know from experimental values that H3O is 1.0 times 10 to the negative 7 H. Pag tinanong saan kinuha yan, experimental value po yan. Inalam po yan. Then our hydroxide is also 1.0 times 10 to the negative 7 OH. Experimental value po yan, that at 25 degrees. Ini-imply ko na 25 degrees Celsius because that's the standard temperature of experiments. So at 25 degrees Celsius, the concentration of our hydrogen ion is 1.0 times 10 to the negative 7, and the concentration of our hydroxide is also 1.0 times 10 to the 7. Okay po? Okay? Now, interestingly enough, if we apply the logarithms to both sides of the equation, ito ilalagay nyo ng log, ito ilalagay nyo rin ng log, ilolog nyo pareho. Try nyo, pag pinunod nyo, log 1 times 10 times negative 7. Calculate nyo ngayon. Nasa calculate ko. Log 1 times 10 to negative 7. Ang lalabas ay regular log ha, hindi natural. Regular log. Log 10. Hindi ln. Hindi ln. Anong lalabas? Ano? Negative 7 ba? Hindi ba 7? Ay, hindi pala. Sorry, oo nga. Negative log pala. Negative log. You're going to apply negative log. Kasi P. Okay. It becomes 7. Then yung kabila, 7 din. So meaning, water is 14. And dyan po nang gagaling ang ating pH scale. Our pH scale is 1 to 14, in which it is the balance of the number of hydrogen ions and the number of hydroxide ions. Lagi po, sulat yun na ha. Lagi po, nag-a-add itong dalawang ito to 14. In water. Important ha, in water. Pag hindi water ang solvent nyo, this does not apply. Although it is medyo rare yung cases na hindi water ang solvent ninyo pag pH determination. Okay? Now, okay. So, formulas. Kung hindi kayo nakinig kanina, hanggang ngayon, ito lang ang kailangan nyo marinig. Negative log H equals pH. Negative log OH, POH. 14 equals pH plus OH, POH. Okay po? Yung mahabang explanation na to, simula dito, ay para lang may pakita sa inyo na wala. Para lang may pakita sa inyo na 14 yung pinanggagalingan. Kung saan nanggagaling yung number na 14. Okay po? Ulit. Ano nga? Negative log H equals pH. Negative log OH, POH. 14 equals pH plus POH. Now, for standards, hindi po ginagamit ang POH. You can, but hindi yun yung practice in chemistry. We always refer to the pH scale, not the POH scale. And we always refer to pKa in terms of our acidity. Okay po? Okay? Madali lang yan. Next, we have Ka. So, Ka is our acid dissociation constant. It describes how strong an acid dissociates in water. Okay? Given an acid, HA, HA plus water forms hydronium and the conjugate base. Okay? Now, write the equilibrium equation first. What's the equilibrium equation for this one? K reverse equals H3O A saka HA H2O. Tama po ba? Okay. If I transpose H2O here, because we know that the concentration of water is 55.55, which is a constant, it now becomes another constant. That now becomes Ka. Ka equals H3O A, then HA, yun na, HA na lang. That is your Ka, your acid dissociation constant. Now, your acid dissociation constant describes how well or how strong your acid is. Usually, if it's 1, it's a very strong acid. If it's a very small Ka, it is, ano pala? Ka is a very small value as well. Another way to express Ka is through pKa. Ang Ka ay napakaliit na value. It's para mga times 10 to the negative 5. So, a way to use Ka more efficiently is to also apply negative log. Negative log Ka equals pKa. And your pKa is used to describe how strong or how weak an acid is. Usually, if you refer to textbooks na nakalista ang pKa ng isang bagay, naka-pKa na siya. So, kung i-convert niyo po pabalik, okay, wait lang. Negative log Ka equals pKa. Pag pabaliktad, ibabalik ninyo, hanapin niyo yung button sa calculator, 10 raised to, ilalagay niyo po, negative Ka. Kung ibabalik niyo ha, raised to negative Ka. 10 raised to negative Ka equals, negative pKa equals Ka. Kung ibabalik ninyo, which is very common. Saan ako? Okay. A large pKa means a strong acid, and a small pKa means a weaker acid. Okay? If it's a very low number, it might act more as a base. Now, ano ba ang definition ng strength ng acid? The strength of an acid is described as the number of hydrogen ions it can produce. It is described as the number of hydrogen ions that your acid can produce. The more H it can produce, the higher is the pKa, or the stronger your acid is. Okay po. Okay? Now, if we want to calculate pH of a solution using strong acids, we can apply the formula earlier. Okay? However, naka-shortcut na po siya dito. The explanation is, since it is a strong acid, it fully dissociates. Like for example, hydrochloric acid, it fully dissociates into hydrogen and chloride. Pag strong acid. Okay? At saka po, sabihin nun, pwede nang directly kunin ang hydrogen ion concentration regardless of the other concentrations in solution. Kapag strong acid, yan na ang formula na gagamitin ninyo. Okay? Diretso na. Kasi wala pong species na lalabas pag strong acid. Okay po? Okay? Basta pag strong, yan ang formula. Bakit? Kasi it fully dissociates. Hence, you only need to use H, negative log H. That's for strong acids. Okay? Take for example, what's the pH of 0.01 moles hydrochloric acid? Okay? So HCl, if it reacts, it produces H and chloride. Okay? Since hydrochloric acid fully dissociates into hydrogen and chloride, kung ano ang concentration ng hydrochloric acid, yun na rin ang concentration ng hydrogen. It fully dissociates. So may concentration na tayo ng ating hydrogen ion, 0.01, we can already determine the pH. pH equals negative log H. pH equals negative log 0.01. pH equals 2. 2 sakto? Okay. Napaka-dilute pa ng 0.01 molar hydrochloric acid. Pero ang pH na niya is 2. Ang pure nating hydrochloric acid is 37%. That is 12 molars. Okay. Please take note. Wait nga pala. Please take note. Baka magulat kayo. Bakit parang arbitrary naman nung number ng pH? Parang konting ganun, ang laki na ng difference. Take note that pH, since nag-negative log kayo, it becomes logarithmic in nature. What does that mean? Ito ang difference. Ang linear, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yan ang linear. Sunod-sunod. So, pag in-scale mo, ganyan. Linear. Okay? Our pH is logarithmic. Meaning, 1, 10, 100, 1,000. So, the scale between 1 and 10, pag naka-negative log, ay maliit lamang. Pero, pag in absolute value, pag binalik nyo sa normal number, napaka-different ng actual number na yon. Okay? Kaya po, if you, narinig nyo na ba ang Richter scale? Have you heard of the Richter scale for earthquakes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Bakit ang rare ng 7 at saka ng 6? It's because napakalaking difference ng 5 sa 6. It's 10-fold difference. Bawat likdang mo ng whole number, 1. Bago pa mag-2, times 10 yon. Bago pag nag-3, times 10 uli yon. So the difference between 1 and 3 is 100-fold. Ganon din po sa pH. Baka kasi mag-wonder kayo, bakit ang 0.01 molar hydrochloric acid ay pH 2, pero ang 12 molar ay point something lamang. Hindi ba na napakalapit nung number na yon? Pero in actuality, that's 100-fold difference. Okay? Okay, yan lang naman. Ngayon, next we have a multiproton strong acid. Okay? Here we have sulfuric acid. The reaction for sulfuric acid is sulfuric acid plus water becomes hydronium, pero may byproduct, HSO4. And HSO4 can also react with water to form sulfate. Okay, so there are 2 reactions here. Okay? There are 2 reactions here. Now, dito papasok yung practical at saka theoretical. Practically, in dilute solutions like 0.01, we ignore this equation. Practically, in dilute solutions, we can safely ignore this. Kasi most of the hydronium is produced by this reaction. At kung i-add nyo pa ito, usually, kokonti na. Kumbaga, kung ang sagot mo ay 0.034, ang i-add mo lang ay 0.0000056. It's a rounding error na. Kaya we can safely ignore the second equation. However, tandaan, caveat, it only works for dilute solutions. Usually, smaller than 1 molar, that is safe to ignore. Pero kung mga 6 molar yon, ay malaki-laki ang bigay ng second na yun. Kukumputin ninyo ngayon. Okay? So let's have, ganun din po. So H2SO4 becomes H3O plus HSO4. Since it dissociates completely din naman, 0.01, we can safely assume 0.01 din po iyon. Okay? At ang lalabas pong pH, ayan ulit, 2. Okay po? Okay. Next, we have the calculations for strong bases. Sa lahat ng mga kasalubong ninyo, it's rare to encounter cases na pinaka-calculate ang amount ng base. Usually, acid lagi ang ginagamit. So, POH equals negative log OH and POH equals negative 14 minus pH. Pwede kasing gawin ay bigyan ko kayo ng pH bago ipakompute ko sa inyo kung ano yung, hindi lang OH, OH concentration. Okay? Mamaya ma-encounter natin yan. But if we have OH naman, take for example, 1 molar sodium hydroxide. For 1 molar sodium hydroxide, kung ano yung, if it's a strong base, ganun din po, it dissociates completely. So, NaOH plus water ay nga. Saan ang mouse? Yun. Okay. Okay. H3O plus OH. Yeah. Okay, please take note that in this case, chloride, sodium ion is what we call a spectator ion. Spectator ion. So it is an ion that does nothing. It does not contribute to the number of H. It does not contribute to the number of OH. It simply watches. Spectator ion. Parang ka-group nyo sa lab, yung nakatingin lamang at hindi nagawa, spectator ang tawag doon. Okay? Tatitrate kayo, nakaupo lang, nanonood ng YouTube, yan. Bago pareho kayo ng grade, ay kayo, bahala kayo. Okay, in our case here, the amount of sodium hydroxide is equal to the amount of hydroxide. So that is 0. Ito yung 0.01, ito 0.01 din. So negative log OH equals 2. Pero please take note, this is POH ha, hindi yan pH. Okay po? For barium hydroxide, it doesn't come up often. Pero ang barium hydroxide kasi is isang barium plus dalawang OH. Okay? So, POH here is negative log OH squared. Tama ba? Tama yung nasa manual? Naka-squared? Hindi. Anong gina... na times 2, hindi pala na square. OH. Negative log. Malaking pinagkaiba yan. Negative log twice the OH. Kasi dalawang OH ang nalabas. So kung ito ay 0.01, negative log 0.01 times 2, 0.02, negative log Anong sagot? POH equals 1.7. Sabagay, baliktad yung scale, Okay, that's for strong acids and strong bases. Okay? Ano yung rule pag strong acids and strong base? Ang rule, sulat nyo na lang sa inyong manual para madaling or i-highlight nyo na lang, nakasulat naman dyan. Kapag strong acid, strong base, kung anong concentration ng acid at kung anong concentration ng base, yun ang dami ng H or OH. If strong, H equals concentration of strong acid, OH equals concentration of strong base. Kapag strong, ha? Now, the problem is, most of our drugs are actually weak acids. Walang strong acid na gamot. Literal na wala. Ang strong acid na gamot lang ay hydrochloric acid. Okay? Saan ginagamit ng hydrochloric acid sa Parchem 1? Anong sakit? Anong sakit ginagamitan ng hydrochloric acid? Kapag alam kong gastrointestinal. Anong condition? Ha? Ano? Ulcer. Inu-ulcer na nga. Babagsak mo pang pH lalo. GERD, pareho lang yun sa ulcer. Halos. Kapag ina-acid na nga, tataasan mo pang pH. Ay, babagsak mo pang pH. Kapag baliktad, anong kabaliktaran ng mataas ang acid? Kulang. Hindi naman basic, pero kulang ang hydroxide. Meaning, the condition is called achlorhydria. Achlorhydria. Hindi kayo nakikinig o hindi kayo nagbabasa ng INORG. Ganun lang kasimple mga tanong sa board exam. This condition is lessened hydrochloric acid in stomach, achlorhydria. Treatment, hydrochloric acid. Okay? Anong kailangan alam sa hydrochloric acid pag iniinom? Naka-straw. Kasi para sosyal, para hindi matunaw ang ngipin. Because hydrochloric acid dissolves enamel. Okay. Now, since most of our drugs are weak acids, we cannot directly we cannot directly equate the concentration of the weak acid and the concentration of H. So weak acids only partially dissociate in water, meaning that the concentration of hydronium ions, H3O, is less than the initial concentration of the acid. To calculate the pH of a weak acid, it involves its dissociation constant Ka to determine equilibrium concentration of H3O. Okay? Now, halos ganun din po ang pinanggalingan. Okay? Halos ganun din po ang pinanggalingan, pero in our case, dapat binasa ko yung explanation na yun. Dahil at equilibrium, the hydrogen concentration, di ba, ang formula is Ka equals H3O A saka HA. Now, H3O or H and A in dilute solutions have negligible differences. Usually, pareho na po yan. Okay? Meaning, since H3O is equal to A, they can be both H3O. Kaya po, Ka equals H squared. Kasi pareho sila ng value, you can multiply them together, it becomes H squared. So H squared over initial HA. Initial HA is the amount of acid, the original amount of acid. Okay. HA po natin is the initial concentration of acid. Okay? Then, konting gilas. Okay. Ililipat natin ang H sa kabilang side. Okay. Ka equals H squared. So, initial initial HA ganito nangyari ha. Chining! Initial HA times Ka equals H squared. Tama? Okay? Para maging H squared na lang, kunin natin yan. Okay? Ito yung huling formula na gagamitin nyo. To get the concentration of H from a weak acid, you have to multiply the Ka and the initial concentration, then get the square root, you would get H. Pag nakuha niyo na yung H, edi saka kayo mag-negative log H para makuha ang pH. Henderson-Hasselbalch. Okay, try to solve this one. Determine the pH of 0.1 molar acetic acid solution. The Ka is 1.8 times 10 to the negative 5. Naka-Ka na po yun ha, naka-Ka na. Ito yung formula. Actually, nandyan din naman yung formula. Gamitin nyo na lang. Please take note, ang problema dito ay wala kayong H para makuha ang pH. So, kailangan nyo munang i-calculate ang H. Okay. Ka. Should get a calcu. Nakakotsa naman ako. Ayaw, okay lang. (1.8 E negative 5 times 0.1 square root ans. Tama ba?
Yes, ma'am. Nakalagay na po.
No. Okay po. Nakuha po ang tamang sagot. Oh, nasa manual nyo eh. Hindi na, wala namang kukomputin. Titingnan nyo lang. Tama. Okay. Siyempre, kaya ko nilagay para kahit absent kayo, o hindi kayo nakinig, nakatulog kayo, titingnan nyo. Yun pala. Okay. Okay, I think sample problems na to. Flip your pages to... Sige ba, isa? Yan. Pareho? Sagutan. Yung pitong yan. Pitong, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8 pa nga eh. Hindi ko naman checkan yan. Ikaw bahala. Sa trip mo. Hindi mo naman ipapasa yan eh. It's for your own learning only. Answer at your own pace. Nakakatamad i-merge. Ipapause ko muna.